dear Scorpio. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of September with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And I hope you like the new Virgo statue there in the middle in honor to celebrate Virgo's birthday. And I also read in the order of birthdays, and you are third in the line. Soon in November, it will be your turn to be first. Okay. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a 4 elements reading up, what the divine wants me to know, for the full members to this channel. And a classic love and spirituality reading is up for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for August to get a context, and this is the prediction for September. And I'm using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, and when I open your deck here, I see Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. So there might be a new chance in love or a new fruitful beginning here. Very beautiful. I call the divine with love and light. And here we see the 2 of Pentacles together with the Lovers. So it seems like as soon as it comes a little resistance or something doesn't go exactly our way, we might lose footing a little bit and lose hope or lose faith in the situation. So this is kind of a little bit warning that to not pull, not let too much, like a small thing turn over like a big idea or a big beautiful situation like this relationship here. Just one quarrel or one little thing that gets too much. It's also important to not take on too much so that we get exhausted and are unable to deal with life's challenges. Okay, so one little thing, one small drop can become too much, and then we just flip over the boat here. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have the Ace of Swords together with the Lover. So we need to keep a clear head, so to not let our emotions or everyday life take over this beautiful thing and make it in such a way that we feel resistance towards it. It can be, for example, we have a lovely relationship with a person, but then they say something or ask us something that we think is stupid or like humiliating, and then we don't want to see the person anymore. So we need to be aware of our own reactions and maybe calm down instead of just acting on whatever it is that triggers us or overwhelm us. Okay, 6 elements, and we have the 4 of Wands, which is the wedding card together with the Lover. So if you can keep a cool head and not fall off the wagon, you will be in for the ride and have a success with this relationship, or it can even be a creative project, something you love to do. Okay, so we can see the Lovers were the significator here, so you have chance of something good, something beautiful, something that can give a lot of rewards in the future, a lot of success, a lot of happiness. We just need to not let the little things drag us down or make us make a U-turn and go back to where we came from. It can also be we get overwhelmed by our emotions. For example, if we love someone too much and we don't feel like they are 100% in it, then this can make us make this U-turn and just say bye-bye to the whole thing. But here the divine is advising you to keep a cool head, to not lose everything that you're about to build up just because you get overwhelmed, exhausted, or feel a little bit too challenged. Take a step back from the situation, take a vacation from the situation, a few days, a week, and you know, take some time to think about it before you make any big decisions. Okay. So we'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you and the person most on your mind and your relationship in September. Okay. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the Five of Pentacles, this one little thing that made the whole cargo, the whole wagon turn over into the ditch. And it's particularly if we're overreacting to the situation or painting the situation in too dark colors or give up too fast that this will be the case. Or this is, it's just a state. It's not an end result. It's more a state of feeling disappointed or feeling, oh, this was not what I wanted, and now I want to get out of this whole thing. Here we have the old bottom of the deck, and it's a Four of Swords. So it seems postponing. Something has been postponed here. The Chariot. Some successful journey forward has been postponed. We know what we want, but for some reason we haven't invested 100%. It might be that this is the other person, that maybe you're dealing with someone that fails to invest in your relationship. It doesn't have to be on your head, this. Sometimes we deal with people that get very scared or gets second thoughts or suddenly ghost you out of the blue when something good is going on, and ghost and it's because they have become overwhelmed. Because sometimes people are also set on a fairy tale story. They expect life and love and relationship, everything to be beautiful, no conflicts, no obstacles. And when the conflicts and obstacles appear, they just, you know, they are just out the door. They are just giving up, giving in. All the investment that they made is just to age with it, and they don't care. Because they get so overwhelmed. And so if you feel like there has been blockage in your love life, it might be that you are dealing with your polarity that is doing like this, or you are doing this like yourself. It can be often we are projecting our shadow onto another person. Maybe we should give up a little bit faster. We can be the person that always, you know, pushes through, never give up. And then there's a person always give up. We are dealing with other people and they always give up. It usually shows an imbalance, that maybe we push too hard. Or if we are the one that always give up, we need to push a little bit harder to get into an equilibrium balance, because then that's when the Chariot can move forward into success, not when it's, you know, lopsided like this, then it will turn over. So see where you're at with this and make adjustment to get this kind of balance, to be able to move the Chariot forward. If you're dealing with a person that you think is problematic, usually balance up yourself. It will help. So this is the situation. We have old experience or things have just become too much. This is like a soldier coming home from the war with a lot of bad experiences, and they can't really leave the war behind. It's with them at all times. A loud bang and they will think it's a bomb. Someone shouting and they think the man with rifles will come in. So it's that kind of reaction where we have had it up to here. And now it's so easy to trigger us and to let us have it up to here again. Just one little thing might put us back in this overreactional state, or a state of acute stress, or feeling like it's all too much. And this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. You just feel like, oh, love would be nice. Can't we just be loving towards each other? We saw a Four of Swords earlier. This is Two of Swords. You might be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, or just a person that puts logic over heart. Might be a little bit control freak. As soon as things get out of hand, they put a lock on the whole situation, box it in, put chains around, and, you know, put it in storage. So 2-2. It's just a little bit unbalanced. You want the relationship and they are saying no because it's overwhelming them. It might be that you are overwhelming them with wanting it too much as well. So what you can do is to play with the energies a little bit and train yourself to want something a little bit less. To look at, if you are too eager on a situation, maybe look at the negatives of that situation to put you a little bit in balance, because in other case you will steal all the positive attitude from this relationship and it will be nothing over to the other person. This will not be the case when we are healed, because then we will usually only match with other healed people. But if we have small things that we haven't really worked through just yet, or we can even carry around ancestral karma, things that your parents or ancestors weren't able to deal with or digest or solve, then it's suddenly your problem when you grow up. And if we can deal with this in a little bit more calmer fashion, so we don't let it take overhand. Okay, we'll see. This is the bond between you two, and it's a 10 of Pentacles, so you can really create something beautiful here, something successful, something long-lasting, like a long-lasting friendship or a long-lasting relationship, or buying a house, or renovating your apartment, or that you do together, moving in together, things like this. And here we see the 8 of Wands. It just supports this 8 of Wands, and this is the other person's feelings, 3 of Cups. So they have really enjoyed this, they have really enjoyed this relationship, but it might be this dissonance here, that you get a little bit too enthusiastic and they feel like bogged down. It's like you're asking too much. It might be that they're asking too much of themselves as well, and then you ask one thing and then that's too much for this person. So let's say that they see the whole future with you and them, like 10 years, 15 years ahead in the future. And then you ask them for a date and then they are like, no, I can't take this 15 year of this, what they have imagined. So it's not your fault, probably. This is this person. You are probably guilty of this too at many occasions, but in this case I feel like you are enthusiastic and they are meeting this with a lot of suspicion. It's like you're overwhelming them with your enthusiasm. So it's good if you take a step back and give them a little bit more space to be enthusiastic. So say, oh, okay, so no problem, rain check. If they say no to a date, for example, then don't push it, take a step back. And if the person never asks for a second date, then that's fine, because you don't want to drag around someone that always going to say no to you, put in the brakes and not want to engage, because that's a horrible feeling, because then you will be have to carry the whole chariot to its goal, and while dragging the other person along with you behind the chariot. So it will be very difficult. So don't engage in such a situation. Let the other person take responsibility as well, and if they don't take it, then that is your sign that you would have also become overwhelmed because of this relationship, where maybe it's very one-sided. It doesn't mean that this person aren't into you. They seem to be super into you and they want to have what you have, but they think it's so easy for you and it's so hard for them. And it's probably because they have gotten this kind of negative side of this whole drama. It's always a drama, we get different assignment, different roles from the universe. You have gotten the enthusiastic role, they have gotten the less enthusiastic role, the overwhelmed role. So this is going to play out like a drama, and to get a little shortcut, get to the end and the successful result, balance this situation. If they are not enthusiastic, step back and don't be enthusiastic either. Sometimes this is not true, but in this case, it seems to be the advice here. But in other cases, we might need to shake someone up. It's like the fairy tale of Rapunzel living in the tower and the prince coming and, inviting her out to the world. So that's nice, and it means changes, particularly for Rapunzel, that gets, totally new worldview. She didn't know that the world was this large or with all these possibilities. So you might help a person to see more possibilities. But in this case, here and right now, the divine is advising you to balance this situation up. And this is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have a Knight of Pentacles, which is very suitable in this situation. You played cool. You're still interested in the person, but you're not putting in the next gear and putting the gas pedal to the floor and just shooting into the future with this person. You're saying, okay, so if you feel a little bit resistance here, you're acting a little bit, this person is acting with a little bit resistance. Maybe you say, oh, so where are we in the relationship? And they are like, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. That's them putting in the brake and you asking what you putting on the gas pedal. So when you have put on the gas pedal, they put on the brake. Take a step back. The Knight of Pentacles is going very slowly, very steady. It's a loyal energy, so it shows that you're loyal. You're still interested in the person, but you're not pressing down the gas pedal because you don't want to cause this imbalances. You have felt their brake, and then you're saying, okay, hands off. I'm taking my hands off. But I think your heart is still in it. You're still enthusiastic for the situation, but you have just read this person that they're a little bit scared. And here we see the Ace of Wands. So it seems to be working. It shows that there's, if you put on the brakes and you just say, okay, so that's fine. No worries, rain check. Have a nice day. I need to rush off to this right now. They will start to think about this next date and plan for it and be enthusiastic for it, and maybe hoping that you will ask again. Don't ask again, let them ask. If this is a relationship that's not on the just date stage, maybe it's more advanced, it's usually the same thing. We are also engaging in a relationship, not just asking for dates, but we also give and receive constantly in relationships. And if someone puts on the brake and doesn't want to give, they're closed off, doesn't want to talk, you can ask them, so many times if something is the matter with them. But eventually you need to just, deal with your own stuff and live your own life. And whenever this person is ready to open up or, share what they are being broody about, then you can listen, then you can engage. You're here, you're ready. Whenever they want to come and talk or open up to you or ask for this date or tell you what they are worried about, you will deal with it. But as long as they are going to keep it for themselves and say, I don't know, then it's their problem, not something you have to engage too deeply in. So the Four of Cups, not the best outcome. It shows that this person is, starting to have interest, but they kind of like this situation where you are the one pulling the wagon and they are like a little bit in resistance. No, I don't want to tag along. And you have to persuade them and possibly carry them and, give them small treats to make them move their little legs. And so I think this person enjoy this kind of dynamic in the relationship with being like the little baby. So I think it's a good approach here to not mother them, not father them, just being like staying on their level, like you are equals. And if they don't want to engage, you are not engaging. I see that they have a spiking interest, but they get so much out of playing this a little bit resistance role, because that means that you take the responsibility, you take the initiative, you carry the load. They can also pressure you, maybe saying, well, I don't think Saturday is such a good day for me, and see that you get nervous and see how much you want it, and get the enjoyment out of feeling special, feeling like you are really engaged and you really want them and the situation. It makes them feel safe. So they're a little bit like a junkie on safety and control and manipulation. And you kind of need to manipulate them too by staying put, not engaging too much. Best for you would probably be to forget about this person and move on. But I'm seeing potential here. I'm seeing laughter, fun, great ideas, beautiful love. So there's a lot to gain also from this, even if the person is a little bit like a locked box or Rapunzel in the tower. You can probably spend a little time waiting to see if they will come around. Okay. Clarifying the 9 of Wands, we have the 9 of Swords together with the Star card. So this person has been bruised by life, but they have a hope that you will come and save them. And that's a little bit dangerous. You don't want to become their savior or their parent. You want to keep this. It's as if you are equals. This is just a knight. It's not a king taking super much responsibility or a queen fixing everything, being everyone's solution, go to for solution person. This person wants that from you. Let's say they have a little PTSD, or they have been burning their candle in both ends, or they haven't been with loving and warm people, so people have dragged them down, and they feel like a breath of fresh air with you, but it's almost as if they want to be saved. And we can't have that. You can't save a person. They need to save themselves. Okay, so clarifying what's on your mind with this person. Death. Well, you probably know it. You feel like enthusiastic about this. You love them. You want things to work out great. You have a lot to give. But you're also ready, like with one foot in the grave. You know that it might work, it might not work. So you're not 100% super invested. This is also Scorpio. You are used to be in these kind of transformational states, to not take things for granted, and to keep an open mind and to accept whatever life brings you. Is the Phoenix process. Okay. Clarify the 2 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. So this person wants to jump on the chariot with you. This is the wheels of the chariot, but they kind of want to put a stick into this wheel and stopping it, and you saying, hey, what are you doing? This is not the right way. Coming and help you. It's almost like they want, I don't know, maybe they want to be fed by you as well. Maybe you should change their diapers and choose their clothes. I don't know. But it's a little bit like a little child that they're acting in this particular situation. I think they have very little experience from these kind of situations, or too much negative experiences. Okay. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. It's so hard. The best thing in life is to have a family or live together or have the best friends. But they're always, all these compromises. You might have certain things in the relationship that you are prioritizing, and they have other things that they are prioritizing. It might be even that you prioritize the relationship and they prioritize themselves. So it's not easy to be together with other people in relationships. It's like they want to go this way, you want to go that way. You need to compromise, but it's usually worth it. What's the things that have been most valuable in your life? It's usually your relationships. Without them, it's like not so fun. Okay. Clarify the 8 of Wands. We have the High Priestess here. So it seems like you see right through this whole situation. You have been able to kind of analyze this whole situation, and the other person's problems. The issue that can happen between you two. That they might put a lot of loads and responsibility on you. You're on top of this. You have seen it, so it's not going to be a surprise. You're not going to feel like a victim. You're not going to start to whine and feel sorry for yourself. The risks in this relationship, and you are acting adult about it. So keeping, your own energy for yourself, not letting anyone use you as dustbin or something. Oh, and clarifying the Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. I think this person has really enjoyed being with you. They feel a familiar sensation, a sense of safety being with you because you're so well put together. You have a certain self-esteem, a certain positive attitude. So even if you might see things in a dark kind of way, but you always know that you will cope with these situations, even if it's dark. So even if it's challenging, you know that you have the strength to cope and to take good decisions, to solve most of the situations. So you're not getting desperate or anything. And I think this person feels it, and you make them feel really safe. But it's a risk again that they become this little baby here. But I don't feel it with this. I'm just, when it comes together with these cards, 10, 10, 10, I'm seeing that something has gone as far as it can. They have pushed it as far as they can, or they could push it further, but you will start to push back. You are not going to want to become this person's caretaker. Okay, clarify the Knight of Pentacles. King of Wands. This card was a little bit what I was worried about here. King of Wands is a person that takes responsibility for the situation, for the family, for the friends, for the for the workplace, for the work colleagues, for the neighbors, for the city, for the town, for the state. So you have this capacity, but you're not using it. You're letting it be a little bit dormant. You can help the person. There's no end to how much you can help this person, but they need to help themselves too. They need to help your relationship too. You're not going to push them in, this child's chariot. I don't know the name right now. No, it doesn't come to me, but there's a little wagon. You take your baby in a stroller, probably. Okay, so you are not going to drive around with them in a stroller. So you say there's a big, Rolls Royce here. It can take us anywhere, but I'm only going to invite you in if you are contributing with something for this relationship too. We have Judgment here with the Ace of Wands. So I think they know what's going on too. They don't like it 100%. They feel like you're almost luring them in because they want what you have or what you are able to do with your life. They want the same. Maybe you're a little bit more courageous with life, love, passion, creative projects, social situations, and they feel like you want to drag them out into the light and that they are going to be forced to grow. But they're a little bit, two here, Two of Swords, hesitating to take on these kind of responsibilities. It feels easier to stay on the bottom and not even try to swim, to higher levels or to the surface. Clarify the outcome here, the 9 of Wands, the same as we have there, together with the King of Swords. So this person is going to play a little game with you that calls I'm going to grow cold and act like I don't care. 4 of Pentacles. Don't fall for this, okay? So let this person grow cold. Let them be bored. Let them live without your safety. Let them, do whatever the age they want. Just don't let them ride this ride on your shoulders, okay? It's not because you need to become more selfish. It's because this person needs to learn that it's not so dangerous to be tough and resilient and try a little harder, take some responsibility onto you to make life better. It's not such a big risk. It's actually a blessing. And they don't know about this blessing because they have been too scared to take that kind of responsibility on their shoulder to make things like really put effort into relationships, for example. They think it will be a waste of energy, time, money, all these kind of things. But it's just that if you don't give up, it's not ever a waste, okay? I didn't believe you when you said you loved me. I'm getting the ominous energy, like the same in the judgment card here, that they have a hard time believing this. They want to believe it, but they have a hard time believing it. I used you as supply. This is pretty obvious. Children use their parents as supply. It's what they do to survive. They don't have, really strong legs and arms and can't go out and working and, getting paid and feed themselves. So they need the grown-ups to do this for them, using them as supply. And some people, they get stuck there and just take for granted that you will, take care of their dishes or wash their clothes or go with their garbage or, fix their relationship between you, carry the biggest load. And this kind of insecurity has made them undeveloped, much like a baby. So, and brutally honest about you then, I am scared of you. I think you are scared of their manipulations, okay? You know that they will kind of play you like a violin, play your heartstrings, because you are such a passionate person. You want success. You're not giving up on project. This is how you have success. You are investing yourself. You're there. You show up. By saying, okay, so you have invested all this energy in our relationship and now I don't care for it anymore. And then they can spike like an anxiety inside of you because you don't want to be that kind of quitter. You just don't want to give up. You know how good things can become. So you say, no, we're not going to give up. We're going to push harder. We're going to talk to each other. We're going to learn to communicate. We're going to do this. And that's what they want from you. That kind of panic, so they can use you as supply, so you can become their little parent, okay? So it's not conscious. They are not doing this as a evil master plan. It just so happens that this is their pattern. This is their survival technique, how they have learned to survive in the world. They think they need to have other people making them survive. They can't survive on their own. They feel scared and vulnerable, but not when they are with you. So I think it can be something that they will have as a beacon in front of them in the future, that how it felt to be with you. They might want to feel that, and it might push them to, ask for more or dare more in the world. I have father issues. I don't think I ever truly knew you. I have father issues. I feel this very strongly, but I will see if I can try to translate it into words. I have father issues. I don't think I ever truly knew you. I think you are trying to please a father icon or symbol. You're trying to make this person love you. But this person isn't your father. This is an immature child. It's just masked like a father. I don't think I ever truly knew you. I think you have built this person up in your head as they are skilled, competent. They have these and these resources and they are like so and so darn cool and everything. It's not true. I think you see your own beautiful self in this person. And now you're trying to kind of make this person love you, and make the father love you, but it's wrong. You're not seeing this person as they truly are. Yes, of course they have good qualities, but you have been kind of putting some glitter onto it and pink sparkle and dust. Maybe you put on your pink glasses also when you looked at this person. I'm not saying it's a bad person, but I think you have painted them out to be more competent and more in authority and more put together. It might even be that this person has constantly told you what you are doing wrong or how you are not so accomplished, and in some way you have believed in them. It's really the other way, and maybe that's why you have let them continue dragging you down. It's because you knew in your heart that it wasn't really true. but you are ready to listen to, feedback. But I actually think this person is a little bit jealous with you, and you are giving them too much credit. You have kind of pumped them up to something that they are not. They are a little helpless child, and they want, when you think that they are treating you unfairly, for example, they are not putting as much energy into the relationship as you do, it's because they take that for granted. You are their parent. You are supposed to take care of them. You're supposed to do all those things for them. So why you are puzzled, why they're not, you think that they don't love you enough, it's not that. It's that they think that you have another type of relationship than what you actually have. They feel like it's almost like you owe them something. And why they feel like you owe them something, it's because you have father issues. So you suck up to this person and you tiptoe around them, and you try to make them really happy because you want to be loved by some type of authority. This is not an authority, it's a baby. You never really knew them. So I think the solution here is to look clearly on this situation and see how their need for a parent, it's like threads coming and entangle themselves into your need to be loved, and for your need to be a good person, to be useful, to be a saver, or someone that solves stuff, or being coming with salvation. So they have seen this need in you, and they have put like all these threads. It's like some sticky threads used to supply onto you, and you have let them because they are playing your guilt, your heartstrings, all these kind of things. It's not an evil person, it's just a needy baby, a needy little baby, and it's nothing wrong with being that. They feel unsafe in the world. They feel like they are put here with no help, no direction, and they just, the best they can, they're trying to survive by looking to other people, strong people, and to get them to act like parents for this person. They don't need a parent. They need to learn to take responsibility and to fulfill their promises, to fulfill, their goals, not give up halfway or, a quarter way too, and then it was too hard. So when they get all stubborn like this and act like they don't care, just be your usual self, act like it, you don't even notice. I think that's the best way, because that will really trigger the person, because they use your supply. Because you get nervous, because you get anxious, because you feel guilty, because you feel shame, because you take it on you, like you should have done more, you should not have asked them this, you should have done this for them. No, this is their, them playing your heartstrings, because they are this baby crying for different things. They want new diapers, they want food, they want hugs, whatever it is. And money, maybe. If this is an older child, they might want money or a car, or you being like a hotel for this person, or not asking. Maybe they just don't want you to ask things for them. You should just be happy that they want to be with you the short times that they want to be with you. Don't ask for anything more. But what will help both of you is if you identify those strings that they have on you, how they can manipulate you emotionally by, for example, playing the martyr, or saying, I don't care about the situation anymore, or playing cool, or just playing hard to get, or whatever it is that they are doing. So don't let that bother you. You can be friendly and, civil and nice and warm and, generous to a certain degree, but nothing more than that. Depersonalize a little bit the whole relationship, because you can't put all your eggs in this basket. All the eggs are going to be used against you. Everything you invest in this situation is going to be used against you. They're going to see, you invested this. Now they're going to hold this against you and maybe threaten to take this away from you. So you will make a greater effort to to fix the situation, and that's their gig, and you need to, you know, stop it from happening by just, okay, no, yeah, that's all right, do that if you want to. Maybe that's best. If they say, I will travel to China and start a company there, and then you say, oh, that's really amazing, I hope you will make it. To the sea. Number 7. I'm sorry for my voice. Sometimes I think it's candles being good for respiratory apparatus. When external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there's no hidden message for you to decipher, but there is actually the hidden message for you to decipher, because this person is blocking you unconsciously, subconsciously, and you are subconsciously reacting to it by trying harder. Okay. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. So you don't have to, you know, make something happen with this person. You know, just continue living your life, and they will come, you know, first they will flow out, and then the wave will come in again, and it will flow out and come in again, because they are not very consistent, because they are playing a game, they are manipulating you. So they will try different tactics to get what they want out of you. You are in a natural, yes, there is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation, and learn to flow, even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. An ancient mariner's saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay at home and repair the nets. I think that's great, because right now, just take care of yourself. You know, be a good host, be a good friend, but you know, just to a certain limit. It comes to the point where this person is going to ask too much of you and give too little themselves, and then you're just like, no. And you say, I'm busy, I'm going to do this over there. So that's the best advice I can give you about this situation. But this is an easy fix, and you can fix it. So I'm pretty enthusiastic about this. I would urge you to watch the reading What Do They Want to Happen Between You, and the love reading for August to learn more about this situation or relationship. And if you want to see new and exclusive readings from me and watch the channel normal reading in advance and ads free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal questions readings for elements readings, and all signs readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. Thank you for watching this far. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get a heads up when a new video is out. Take really good care until next time. Stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.